Welcome back to Blue Collar Golf. In an effort to eliminate 3 putts, I'm going to be doing 3 random balls thrown on the green. Now we'll see if we can putt out from there and avoid 3 putts. Alright, so with the first putt, quick get behind it, I can see the putt's going right to left up the hill. Feels like it's moving a decent amount. I'm going to play somewhere out here, and I'm going to try and move my cup to back about here. So on my way back, I kind of counted how many steps I took in my head, and it was 13. I estimate my stride right around 2.5 feet, 3 feet. So I just go with yards. 13 yards, 39 foot. Didn't quite have the speed on that one. Walked it off at 15 paces, so I'm gonna put it at around 45 feet. Still playing just outside the right side of the cup. I like that speed. Now the next one's on pretty much the same line, just a little bit closer. Probably by about 8 feet. And I took too much off of it. We're gonna line it up right on the right edge. And just commit to, I'm just gonna focus on stroking this from the inside of my right toe to the inside of my left toe. Making sure we smooth the transition, start the ball on its intended line. Ooh. A little firm, got the lip, and there's the first 3 putt. But the same stroke goes for the 3-footers as it does the 5-footers. Just hitting them on a straight line, basically. Helps if you put them on the cup. All right, moving on to hole 2. Set up 3 more putts. One of which is uphill. 2 of which are uphill. Bit of a double breaker. Just want to move one way at the start, move back the other way at the hole. We're going to play this about a ball outside the left edge, and again, it's more so speed control today. 3 putt avoidance. All right, quite satisfied with that attempt. Second putt's a little more right than the first one. It's gonna want to move back at the cup. But I can keep it more right because the overall slope from the left side of the green's not having as much influence. I'm pretty much just gonna go straight at the pin on this one. A little too firm for the line, but gives us a nice little tap in. Third putt's more of a straight line putt. Where my ball's already at, it's probably going to be about my target. The ball should move down about that cup length. Pushed it a little bit, but a couple easy tap-ins. So the only one we really have to worry about is this guy. Knee knocker, downhill 3-footer. I'm gonna favor from this side of the cup, the right edge, right center. Roll it right in. With our 3 random putts, we got a long way to cover on this green. We're gonna start with our longest one, having it come way up over the hill because the pin is right on the edge of a slope. When it gets on top of the hill, it's gonna want to break back to the left. But down here, it's overall breaking to the right. I'm gonna play it about a cup out on the left. And the real challenge here is just getting it up on the proper level. Stretch. It's a big hill to go up. Now, the second one's a lot closer, but with the amount of uphill that's still in it, it's going to play a bit longer than what it is. I have it at about 9 paces, which would be around 27 feet, but with the amount of slope that I have to play, it's more like 35. Still not quite enough, but 3 foot straight up the hill on the left side, I'll take it. So the last putt I have at about 11 paces. Now it's still going uphill, but it's not going up the extreme slope that those two were. It's kind of working its way across. It's gonna break harder down to the right, so I'm gonna play a little wider. But the uphill isn't as much of a factor, so at 27, I'm gonna probably play 30, 32-ish. And I'm looking about 6 inches out left, or 2 cups. I didn't hit it. Hit it off the toe. But it leaves me with a straight uphill 5-footer. Hopefully we can make that. Don't want to give away the hole per se because it's so short of a putt, but it's going to move, so we're going to put it on the left edge and hope that that line's right. Now for the second one, it's so close, I don't want to play with giving away the hole, so I just kind of go straight at the center. And I pushed it a bit. didn't hit that one. That's poor. Alright, so hole 4's green. It's cut out of the bottom of a valley. The right side of the green is sloped extremely hard down the left side of the green. And the overall shape of the green slopes from the back side down to the front side. So with this long of a putt, this is going to be downhill and fast. It's more of a drippy putt. I'm playing this as a straight line and just trying to allow the slope to take it where I think it's going to take it. On my straight line, I'm playing out this direction, expecting the ball to start breaking down. The only thing is it's flat down there. It might level out. With it being about 33 feet downhill, probably play it like 25. Just want the line to start where you want. Didn't move as quite as much as I expected, but it did try and start to come sideways. Now the second putt is significantly longer. Got it at about 15 paces, so it's going to put it at about 45 feet. And now I am going back up into the hill as much as this is going down the hill. I'm going to play the ball out somewhere in this region and expect it to come back down into the cup. Now with it being back up into the hill, I'm going to play it about its true distance because I don't think the slope off the back side of the green is going to play a big role. I pushed it, but it is swooping around. It's not great, but gives me a look for par. So we're back to about 11 paces, 33 feet, 30 feet, something in that ballpark. It's more so straight back uphill, but the right side of the green is going to influence it down. There's not a ton of influence from the right side, but it's still going to move down. I have a ball that's 2.5 balls out. I'm going to just play it straight at that. It's not bad. This one we're going to play just on the outside of center, expecting it to move a little bit. Oh, it did move, but there's another 3-putt. Alright, so downhiller that's about 8 paces, so it's about 24 feet. It's breaking hard from right to left. I'm gonna have to move the hole probably about 5 foot back. I'm gonna play that brown spot just outright. A little too quick. That's gonna make for a fun cleanup. All right, playing similar spot, a little closer. Speed's what matters. Just didn't play it high enough. Now the last putt coming across the green, it's gonna break hard. Playing it as a straight line, I'm gonna be coming right over to outside of this divot here. It's ball mark. I had a good line, just didn't hit it. So now leaving them this short, it's looking like a couple 3 putts. Playing it just outside the right edge from my perspective. It's just about getting it there. All right, now to finish the terrible putt. Made it straight back up the hill, just at the left center. Oh. 1 out of 3 3-putts ain't bad. With as bad as those were. All right, so my first putt is definitely left to right. I'm going downhill a bit. Ball's coming away from me. There's not a lot of break. Probably about 2 degrees or so. I'm gonna play it about a cup out. Try and dial in the speed. I hit a little bump, kicked it down, but it's acceptable speed. Now the second putt is from more of the front of the green. Left side of it. It's going to be influenced by the hill down across, so it's going to break from left to right. It doesn't feel like it, but it's going to be a little downhill. Where I'm standing now feels uphill, but once it crests over where the leaf is, it's probably going to be down. So we're going to play it to roll just outside of the leaf in my line. I tugged it a little bit. Now this first one's a little bit in the way, so I'll just clean it up. Follow the ball into the cup. Ooh, terrible. All right, and the last putt, definitely coming up the hill, and because of the slope coming off the left side of the green, is gonna break hard, left to right. Probably in a ballpark of 45, 50 feet. Didn't hit it with the uphill. Got it to the leaf I wanted it to start to break at. So now I gotta sweat. We're not gonna line anything up. We're just gonna play it on the edge of the cup. Same thing with this one. Play it left center in case it wants to wiggle. Alright, so on this green, set itself up with a lot of long lag putts. 3 putts gonna be very doable from here. Pace it off at about 17. So about 51 feet it's gonna have to cover. It's slightly uphill. The whole green is sloped from back to front. And the green is sloped from right to left. So it's gonna break down left. This putt I'm gonna be playing just about that leaf out there. And for 51 feet, you have to add something to it. Make sure you get it there. Turn. Satisfied with that leg putt. Now this putt is more so ripping down the hill. It's going to be influenced by the back of the green, making it come back across the left. More than likely, I'm going to be playing it out towards this ball, inside of it more than likely. In between 15 and 16 paces, so we're just slightly under that 50-foot range. It's running out of speed. Yeah, I got a little timid. Now the last putt, pretty much the same line as the second one. It's just a little more right. It's still gonna be out of that other yellow red ball. And if I hit this putt with the speed I hit the last putt, it should work out pretty good. Just missed it. Little strong. Alright, a little past, probably about 5 foot. Playing it straight. Pulled it a bit. Now let's try and get this one. And I tugged that one too. All right. All right, with the 8th hole, I've got a putt on pretty much each side of it. Got about 11 paces, so around 33 feet. It's going uphill slightly. Just by the overall terrain and the feel of the green. It's gonna come back down left, so it's a right to left putt. It's not a ton, so at most I'm going to play it about a cup out right. With the uphill, the 33 feet, I'm going to play it closer to 36. And we just ran out of steam a bit, but leaves for a nice tap in. Second putt is pretty much directly below the flag. I got it at about 9 paces, so right around 27 feet. It is going back uphill, so I'm going to play it closer to 30. It's not influenced a lot by the break, but it should move a little bit left or right. So we're going to play it just outside the left edge. didn't hit it again. Another putt left short. All right, the last putt on this green got out about 15 paces, so I'm looking about 45 feet. It's slightly downhill, but it's pretty level, so I'm not gonna modify much off that 45-foot mark. It is gonna be influenced from the slope coming off to the left, so we're gonna play it about a cup out on the left. Trying to get it down to an easy 2-putt. I scuffed the ground, but I might have. All right, we got a couple testy cleanups. This one should be pretty much rolling right in there. All 3 putt avoidance. All right, last few putts of the day. At 20 paces, so we're looking right on around 60 feet. With 60 foot back uphill. Gonna have to play this closer to 70 feet. It's gonna break predominantly back to the right. Hardest thing about this is the length and uphill, getting those two to come together. All right, good speed on the first one, just a little too strong, a little bad line. All right, we're back uphill. We're not gonna play this one to move as much. Just gonna keep it just outside the left. That's gotta go. Hit it on the upswing. Leaves it a little short. Last long leg. Just run it on up. All right, it's in the friendship circle. All right, finishing up. Let some people play through. Since we struggled a little bit on the shorter ones, we're gonna hit 3 about 6-foot putts here. Ideally, we'll make all 3. Probability, at least we hopefully make 1. Left the first one short. Good speed, bad direction. And we made 1. Like I said, we'll probably make 1 out of 3. But everything's an improvement over 3 putts.